Hey, what's up everybody? Cory from Aquarium Co-Op. Today, I'm just feeding fish. I have to do it a lot, and I get a chance to talk to you guys. Today I'm trying out a food, the Extreme Monster Pellets. Trying this out for the turtle, because he's mostly veggie. I mean, he eats meat too, but especially as he grows. But yeah, they're kind of just a big old pellet, and people like looking at Elmer, eating, chowing down. Then you've got the Leprinus here. You've got the Cupido cichlids, you've got the pink-tailed Celsius. Yeah, so the fly river turtle, if you guys aren't aware, we imported him months ago. He's just been, rising like a loaf of bread, getting thicker and thicker, getting those noms on. So you get a good look. If we're far enough away, he won't freak out. So we'll frame him a little bit. And yeah, you can see fish kind of using that tube. Now this tank is going to be part of our one tank at a time series at some point. I'm going to move fish out, keep him with different fish, and something more mild stuff that won't jam up all the food like the pink-tailed Celsius have. But yeah, he's doing real well. He's going to swim off camera there. That's a perfect time to go feed some other fish. So we'll move there. So in here we have super red bristlenose, but they're also long fin. Technically, I guess I'm sponsored by Extreme. They send me some free stuff. This wasn't free, I had to buy it, but I just like their foods anyway. Lots of other foods. I've got Hikari algae wafers I feed frozen. There's, I just show you guys what I feed because I gotta feed them something. So here we've got one of the little babies right there. If it enhance. There we go. Doing different tests. You can see I've got like a battery station here. This is the replacement to the one that failed the first time. Testing some heaters. This is one of the Aquarium Co-Op versions. This is the version we're not going with. Oh, you can see all the babies right there actually coming off this thing. It's also a prototype, so it had a short cord. Our cord on this thing will be like 12 feet long. Oh, if I can get the suction cups off. These suction cups are brutal. And this thing's been set here for like 6 or 8 months at this point. But I've got it set to 81 because that's warmer than the room temp, so it, I've been keeping track and make sure it stays at temp. Still not perfect, but I think it's going to keep all the fish safe and mostly the shrimp as well. I might, if I'm good at my job, I'll have a sign up link on the website for this so you can get notified when it's in stock. Hopefully, by the time you're watching this, only like a month or less until it's here is the hope. And these you actually adjust with, they got a little adjuster on the outside of the tank that you'd adjust them with. So these are some 3D printed air stones. Well, air collars? I don't know what to call them. Diffusers. Yeah, they're diffusers. Very rough, very first gen. So I've got one style out here, and you can see the air would go on the outside. We already know I won't be going with this one. There's another style I don't even have here yet that I need to get my 3D printer set up so we can print. Or this one, this style actually connects in the center. This tank has a normal air stone, and same with this one. So these are just normal. These can handle an insane amount of air. But if I come over here, yeah. So that'll handle quite a bit, and every once in a while I'll see a bubble come out the side. I don't like to have my tanks be this loud and boiling like this, but you could if you were in a pond or outside or really had a big tank. I apologize, I was speaking right into the mic. Like they can go just full blast, way more than the other air stones can. Yeah, it's too turbulent for the fish, and I don't like that sound and everything, but I don't want to say it's an issue, but make a better air diffuser for at least our sponge filters. These are my gold longfin white clouds that I got off the forum. They're kind of meant to go in my desk aquarium. I just haven't moved them yet, so get a little bit of food in there. There you go. These are the rainbow shiners, and they get metallic blue when they're in breeding condition. And I've been keeping them pretty happy, so you can see. And they only look that way from above. So they only really look good in a pond. And if you had sunlight on these and they were like on your porch or something, you can see all those metallic colors really reflecting back up at you. Alright, here we've got just Hikari bloodworms. And I like to put them in frozen because they're going to float. You notice how these guys are hanging out the top? If I thaw these and they go to the bottom, they won't eat them. One tank over where I have orange laser Corys, they're not going to be able to eat them until they do thaw. So I just, you can put a cube in there. And then I'll put a cube in here and we can kind of watch them. I'll put 2 in for the show, right? You can see they're going after it. That's kind of a cool shot. They got the upturned beaks. To me, they remind me of like little miniature gars. See if we can find the Peepa toads doing their Peepa thing yet. Nope. Been charging auto feeders, because if you don't charge them, they don't run. Ooh, should we feed the turtles some bloodworms? They'd like some. Normally they get pellets, but they get frozen 6 times a week. Probably might as well grab it and just run with it and fight over it. And yeah, he's like, this is mine. It's like there's one right above him. Like, guys, share. So yeah, they're all piling on the one. Now they'll be like, oh, wait a sec, I get my own over here? I could do that. This is all octopus right here. And then I've got one of my favorite fish, all these teacup platies. The little fireball platies. We'll give them a little food, watch them geek out. So just like that, they hit it so hard it makes reflections. Hard to watch. Oh, the frogs are doing their frog thing. There we go. Not the best lighting, but they use those front flipper claw hands and they just like throw it into their own mouth. They're real clumsy eaters. And these are the frogs that once they start mating, they'll have the eggs embedded in their back and hatch out. So that's kind of a neat thing. The floating water sprite is just going bananas. Like, this is a guppy tank. Lots of food goes in here because there's a lot of guppies, probably 300 or 400 guppies in here. And then a couple jumped over at one point, so then they made all this half run over here, this riffraff. We gotta water the pothos some more. You can see it's kind of, I don't know if it's drying up or what, but plenty of pothos into there. What's interesting is these guys have all sat here, they've all done pretty good. The ones in the tanks actually do a little bit worse. So I don't know what the dealio with that is, but I kind of just refill water, and then I refill this one, and I let it sit. Over there, I gotta give some frozen food, but this is where the eel still lives, and I've got some intentional blue-green algae. I wanna test the new cyanobacteria med that Fritz is making. And this isn't all the feeding, obviously. Like, I usually come back through and feed a flake or something like that to a bunch of the small guys, and most tanks have auto feeders. The big one with this is making sure that I don't forget to close the lid. If you forget to close the lid, you lose your guy. Grab some B-roll and let you guys watch Ladybird. So this is what Ladybird looks like when she's not being fed. So normally, like on a live stream and stuff, you're like, Ladybird doesn't do anything. It's because I feed her during the day, and she goes from, hey dad, feed me, I'm so hungry, to, oh dad, I ate too much, I need to lay on the ground now for the rest of the night. So she is active and she's going, oh yeah, I know what time it is, let's do this dad. Crunching time. So frozen and all, just like Murph. And everybody else likes to get a little munch in there as well. All right, I'm gonna put the rest of these back. All right, we'll just chill right next to the tank here. So dialogue time, announcements. Basically, after the 800K live stream, I decided that live streaming is too stressful. What I mean by that is I gotta watch what I say, people take stuff out of context, people rile stuff up, like this whole anoxic filtration thing is out of control. Do whatever you guys wanna do. I support you, hang out with nature, that's all I really care about. And really, I just wanna make videos and share my hobby. That's always kind of been my goal. I wanna share my hobby and I wanna market my business. Those are the two things I wanna do. What I find social media to be very negative for me, and I don't wanna participate in it. So much so that before I was on social media for business, I wasn't. Do whatever it is. Like, if you watch the live streams, you watch what I do, you know, you'll know that spend your own money the way you need to, use that filter you already own, don't buy our crap. And then if you need the same thing though, if you're gonna buy it from Amazon or us and we're the same price, like, buy it from us. Why not support the person you're watching the video from? But put all that aside. I am going to read and try to reply to members' comments, because I think it's a much smaller pool. It gives me that smaller, we only have 3,500 members, right? That is like being a beginner YouTuber again. You can really develop the connections, and it's, you know, it's a different thing than 800,000 people. And I realized that creates an echo chamber. That's exactly what I want. In a perfect world, my echo chamber would be myself, my 2 dogs, my wife. But I'm extending that circle to people I work with, friends, and you guys online, right? I show everybody what I do, and you guys know a lot about my life. Also, I'm gonna be hanging out on the forum more, so if you like, oh man, I really want Cory to answer this question, your best odds are gonna be becoming a member or going to the forum. That's gonna be free. It does hurt the soul every time you're just doing it for the money. It's like, if I was doing it for the money, do you think I'd put only 1 ad in a 2-hour video? Because there's a lot of YouTubers that are like, oh, they have a 7-minute video and it's got 7 commercials in it. We try to really not do that because we're not chasing the money. We have to make money. Like if I have no money, I gotta go get a job tomorrow. So I gotta make some money. Our employees gotta make money and all that. But there's a lot more stuff we could be doing to make more money if that was our goal. Our goal is to make money, but not at the detriment of the entire hobby and our business and the people that work for us. Yeah, and I'm sure there'll be a live stream here and there, but I really wanna focus on my own fish room and making videos. And to do that, I need to not, I'm gonna call it get triggered. I don't know, I don't call it other than like, today's not great. I'm tired of my wife going, hey, is everything okay? Yeah, because I don't want to tell her what the latest bad comment is about her or me or someone in the company or whatever. And I hold it in, I internalize it and go, well, yep, you kind of move, you bob and weave, and then you wake up the next day and you're ready to tackle the world again. Great, let's make a great video, and then something pulls you off that. So I'm always eternally grateful that people have supported us this long. Like, we've built a company of 30 plus people, basically 3 businesses. I mean, we had the original 1, so basically 2 businesses off of it, and we get to travel the world, we get to film things, we get to do meetups, we get to do all these fun things because you guys care. The vast majority of you guys and girls are absolutely amazing, and there's no problems. It is my flaw that I can't stop myself from focusing on the negative part. We are working on getting more videos out. The goal is to kind of get more creators working for us, and we already have a bunch. I mean, we've got Jimmy, we've got Irene, we've got Lizzie, we've got Zenzo. We're putting out content. If you're not following us, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. I know that people are like, I wish Cory was in more of the videos. We're trying. We're basically hyper-focused right now as a company. How do we free up my time to do more videos, more traveling, and more of this to bring to you guys? Because if I'm being honest, it's hard to replace me. You guys have kind of grown up with me through your hobbies for 5 or 6 years now. You're gonna see more stuff from Irene and Zenzo and myself and Brandon and Robert and Dean and Randy and anyone else that I can get to be on camera to share this passion of fish keeping. And that's what's important to me. If you're done, and I get it, I've been there, I'm done with the hobby, and you get out for 6 months, maybe you come back, maybe you don't. But if you do come back, I want to be in the mental space where I can still be around, hanging out, having a good time. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I know it's a long video. I know a successful YouTuber being whiny and a crybaby. I get it. If you want to become a member, that would be super. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for supporting myself and all of my employees and everything we do. I really am truly grateful for it. I'm going to link a video right here. This is going to be an old school fish room video because that's what I'm going to go back to doing. Take this as, this is Cory's pick of what you should watch next. I really hope you get more into nature. I'm pretty in, and I hope I get more into it. So if I can get more in, you can get more in. Right here.